Oh my god, there's a huge bug in my room. Oh my god. Okay. Right. Well, I was gonna do my intro, but then there's a humongous bug. So that's a thing that's happening. So that's my intro. That's my intro. It's a giant bug, but it's one of the ones I can't kill because they kill other things. This is what happens when you live upstate. Oh god. Oh, that's a big one. You know what? I'm gonna be a Buddhist. Is it the Buddhists who? Is it Hindu where they don't kill anything? I'm gonna be whatever that religion is where they don't kill anything, and I'm gonna let it live because I want some good karma. Yeah, I wish it was a stick bug. I certainly wish this was a stick bug. It's actually a house centipede, which you are told not to kill. House centipedes are actually really good for your house. It's listening to me right now because I see it's turned its head. I can't believe it has a head to turn. That's disgusting. No offense, ma'am. I'm assuming you're a ma'am. Because usually in the bug kingdom, the women are bigger than the men. Heyo! It's true, though. It is true. Yeah, they are disgusting. They kill worse bugs, though. They kill worse bugs. I know, and this is a big one. I would take a picture of it. It's gonna sit here. I need you to move, honey. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Okay, back to the show. I should do my intro song. There's some demons in this house. There's some demons in this house. There's some demons. Wet ass demon, make that pull-out game weak. Dun 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 dun. Anyway, welcome to Good Morning New York City, with your host, the queen of the season, Miss Fiadian Dimon. And you know, honestly, what a day. And it's just been wonderful. I'm great. I'm a little scatterbrained today, but that's okay because we got the crustacean sensation today. The crustacean sensation, Lobsy herself. I can't wait. Announcements are happening. I think Truth or Tale is gonna end today. Don't tell anyone, but I think it's gonna happen today. So we're getting there. Truth or Tale is really in the final act. Things are happening. Things and stuff are happening. What else is happening in New Hill City? Justice in Chains has begun. So, hello to Justice in Chains. That's going to be great. I will be in that one. So, keep a lookout for your girl. Tongue pop. And let me make sure I'm recording. Yep, I am. Just want to make sure. And that's really it. I don't think there's anything else crazy happening in the city. I don't know. Weather time. It's hot as fucking here. It's hot. It's hell. It's always gonna be hot. Next section. Here's a rich thing I bought. I bought new wireless headphones. They're on the way. They're $300. I asked for everyone in Materialistic Mall if they could give me some recommendations, and they all gave me very sensible, great recommendations, low price, keeping the cost low. And what did I do? In true Fire Demon fashion, I went top end. I went top end. It's the only time I've topped. That's not true. I top a lot. Sometimes. It depends on how lazy I am. Game Corner. I haven't been playing a lot of games. I've been really busy. This month especially, I don't really have time to play a lot of games. So, but Ratchet and Clank is good. Rift Apart is fun. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I need to get back to Persona 5 Strikers, which I bought all the way back in, I don't know, was it March, February? But I am super pumped to play Scarlet Nexus. I am so excited about that game. So that's coming out Friday, which means it'll get to me about Monday. So I'm excited about that. Anime Corner. Have not been watching anime. I don't think we're going to be doing Fires Otaku Club this month because I will not have time. So sorry about that. But Human Corner, nothing's happening with humans. Kim Kardashian's upset. I watched the Keeping Up with the Kardashians reunion thing. That was kind of fun, I guess. Scott Disick recently made a statement that he does not seek out younger women. They just go to him because he seems like he looks young. I think that's what he said. He said he looks young, so younger women seek him out. But, like, what's confusing to me is that, like, that still doesn't beg the question. That still begs the question that you're still dating 19-year-olds as a fully 30-something-year-old man. Like a fully late 30s man. 19? 19. What is interesting about a 19-year-old? There is nothing interesting. I'm so sorry. If you are under the age of 22, that's about to be a really controversial statement. Again, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with someone that is under 25? What am I going to do with someone that's under 25? Nothing. Nothing. You have nothing to talk about. You have nothing to do. You don't have money. What am I going to do with you? But, yes. So Scott is also blissfully unaware of the fact that his money is part of the reason why younger girls like him. So, kudos to him for that. And I'm also a fetus, so let's be real. Where are we at? Oh my gosh, it's my favorite time of the podcast. It is Heli Talk. Did you like that jingle? I wrote that myself. I produced the music. I wrote the lyrics. I did the arrangement. I did the chords. If you heard the chords in the background. Yeah. So, I'm kind of a musician. I mean, Beethoven who? Aretha Franklin who? God, I'm a vocalist and a composer. God. It's so hard being perfect. Heli Talk. We recently had some new nominations come through. Hang on. Yeah, we had some new nominations come through. And what was interesting about them was they were all, I thought this was fascinating. It was all people who have been nominated since the beginning of the Helis and never won. So it was Nep Spartan, Wired Vex, and KM Green. So it's interesting because Nep and Wired basically have the same track record. They were both nominated one time, I think, for the same award, Gamey's Gamer. Didn't win it. It went to me. Spoiler alert, they lost to me. And then they were each nominated. In 2020, Nep was nominated 5 times with 0 wins. Vex was nominated 4 times with 0 wins. And this year, they are both nominated for 1 award. So that was really interesting. And then KM Green had 3 nominations in 2019, 0 wins, 2 in 2020, 0 wins, and has 4 this year. I think KMM Green has a chance of winning a Heli this year. And KMM Green has been flying under the radar, but I need y'all to vote. Vote for Green. I can't speak to Vex or Nep, but you gotta vote for Green. You gotta. So anyway, that's what's happening in Helis. And Soren University finally got nominated for Best RP Story. So good for Leia. Very good. And let me see what else is going on in the Helis. I think that's really it. And speaking of Helis, we have a future Heli queen in our midst, who we're going to be interviewing today. She is the queen of crustaceans. She is the queen of my heart. She is. She won't admit this, but she was really inspired by me fashion-wise. It is a known fact that this guest saw me in a magazine, and when she was like really, really, really little, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, like how can one being be so beautiful, be so gorgeous, be so fashionable, be so smart, intelligent, rich? I want to be just like that when I grow up." And she wrote me a letter, and she said, you know, uh, Miss Fire Demon, I am so I'm so inspired by you and your creativity and your love and light that I just want to I want to be you one day. And I said, well, first of all, you could never, and second of all, come work for me as my assistant. So without further ado, Lobsy.
Hi! Oh my God. Yes. As the queen of crustaceans, couture, and controversy, I am very happy to be here. Trisha Paytas does not have the reins.
Trisha
And
Paytas does
that's
not have
why
the reins.
I'm Fire's assistant, and not her.
Lobsy, how are you?
I'm good. I'm 19.
Which means
Yeah, but no.
I want nothing to do with you. That's what we
Exactly.
established.
You need to throw me out right now. But no, big agree on the Scott Disick situation. Like,
Yes.
sir, you're Hollis man. You can decide who to date too.
No. Oh my gosh. Well, listen, if you ever come on Hard Times, Scott Disick is probably going to be available next year, looking for another 19-year-old. So, Lobsy, if that's your type, if douchebag yacht guys, frat bros are your type, then, or if they're
I
not, if
think
you
by
could
th
just fake it until you make it.
I think by that I'll be too old for him.
Mm, probably, probably.
Yeah, but I'll consider it. If this university thing doesn't work out, then might as well.
True words never been spoken. Um, First of all, well, welcome to the show. You are here. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
and I've flown all the way to Germany from London, where I've interviewed Nalam. It is currently in Germany, as I already know, and I'm not looking up because I'm here right now. It's so it's nicely warm. And
Yeah, it's not bad. Kind
and
of cloudy actually, but we've had it really hot here the past 2 days. We've been chilling on the beach, Fire and
yes,
me.
that is true. That is
So
true.
it's really nice to have like a cooler day where you can actually open the windows
That
while
is
it's light
true.
outside.
Yeah. Just off the top of my head, it feels like it's a 57% humidity, give or take. That's just from my senses. And it also kind of feels like it's a 1% precipitation. I don't know why I'm getting that number from, but I just sort of feel it in
So
the air.
true, Queen. So
Yeah,
true.
yeah. You get it, you get it. Maybe like a 7 miles per hour wind. Yeah. So let's dive into these questions. How did you find out about New Hill City? I actually don't know the answer to
Um,
this.
well, there was a certain. I used to run a Naruto Discord, and there was a certain guy in there, and yeah,
Oh,
I don't think we want to
yeah,
get into that dark
yeah,
past,
yeah, yeah,
actually.
yeah. Yeah.
But
So,
yeah,
so,
you know,
so there was a
actually,
gateway.
the reason I came back to New Hell City was because everybody here is super nice and fun, and obviously because Fire pays me six figures
That is true.
a
That is
year.
that is true. Don't tell the mods because they don't get paid. Um, and what was your first impression of the city?
I mean, it was a lot
It was a
because it's
lot.
it's a big server. I mean, now it's even bigger, but because I'm kind of used to it,
Yeah.
it's not that intimidating. But honestly, very fun people here. Everybody was super nice. I mean, everybody still is super nice.
Everyone's completely turned mean. Everyone, we've really turned a corner. We've decided that New Hell City is no longer a safe space. We want it to be a horrible, mean place
We
for
are
everyone.
evil now. We
Yeah,
had a corruption arc.
yeah. We just decided, like, you know what? The nice thing's not working. We need to go mean.
Everybody got an edgy redesign.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What is your favorite part about New Hill City?
Mm, honestly, right now, probably the gamer
Gamer
section,
section.
just
Okay.
because that's
Yes.
where I'm most active right now. And
Oh
I'm
my
getting like
God.
some help from people who I didn't really talk to before, which is really fun and like sharing interests. I like that.
We are going to get
Generally
into
also,
your your newfound sudden gamer. I did not expect this is a complete M. Night Shyamalan plot twist. But continue with what you're saying.
No, but honestly, I've always really liked like the Den of Debate section, which it's a place where arguments do happen. But I think it's really important to hear different points of view. So, and the topics we discuss there are like very diverse and stuff. So that's very important, I think.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
What is your favorite channel? Now you said your favorite section. What is your favorite channel right now?
Okay, honestly, let me check. Food porn has been a
Yeah,
long time favorite. I am not very active in it right now, but every time I look at it, I see some fantastic food. So
the
I'm like,
f-
it's really nice to just look into it.
the food is uh, the nominees for best dish have really stepped it up, including yourself. It
Exactly.
is
Oh yeah, I forgot. Whew.
yes, it is. It's. I'm hoping a sweet wins this year. Justice for sweets. Sweets haven't won yet, and it's gonna happen. I think this year.
I mean, once I have my holidays, I'm gonna get back into the baking business.
Yes,
Uh,
we love.
so I think maybe I can do a little bit of my lobster magic
Yes, yes.
and win.
Now let's talk about your hobbies. Um, let's start with the hobby now that is Destiny 2. What?
Ah. Oh, you didn't see that? Okay, I don't think anyone could have seen that coming. But yeah, I kind of wanted to play a game like that for a while. I've never before played like online co-op first-person shooter on my own. I mean, I've been to friends' houses and stuff where we've played some. And Destiny, honestly, I once saw like a video of it, um, which was, I think it was really deep with like the ghost saying some pretty sick stuff, and I was like, damn, this game looks fun.
I
And since then, I've been kind of glancing at it on Steam, and then I noticed, oh, hey, it's free, the base game. And
oh, is
when I
it?
had time a few weeks ago, I downloaded it and I started playing, and it is really my thing.
I've never seen someone take to a new game more than you have taken to Destiny 2. Especially without having any sort of precedent about. I mean, I don't know your gaming history, but like you've never shared like to be honest, Lobsy, I didn't even know you played video games. Like this is why like I was like so shocked.
I
I was
mean,
like,
yeah, I haven't shared a lot before, and most of my like if I go look at my Steam library and stuff, I mean, I do have my Switch and I've played Hades and
yes,
Breath of the Wild and stuff, but it's kind of hard to share from Switch and on Steam. I've just played a lot of like I've always played single player, and mostly also because I was like a kid and broke visual novels and stuff. So yeah, visual novel Defense Lobster. They are good. They are an important art form.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
But
yeah.
yeah, most times I just don't remember to take screenshots when I play video games. So like, oh fuck.
It's
So like that's why I don't usually share. But yeah,
it's amazing. It has also netted you a Gamiest Gamer nomination, which
of
we'll
course.
see, we'll see. What are your other hobbies though, besides Destiny
Um,
2?
do I have hobbies?
Yes, you
Look
do.
at me, bro. University student
Well,
trying
yes,
to remember what else I do. No,
less
I
so
mean,
now.
I like to draw. I do like to draw,
Did not know that.
and I like to hang out with my friends. No,
That
but
that I
I'm
didn't know.
generally interested in art,
Wow.
and so all kinds of art. I like going to museums when I can, and I like engaging in art myself. Like I like playing the piano occasionally, or
Interesting.
I mean drawing and stuff like that. And
Can't.
I've been kind of doing scrapbooking,
Oh,
but
work.
not as much recently. And I am gonna get back into embroidery, cross stitching stuff.
Oh,
I am gonna do it.
okay. I believe you. Can
Just
I,
not right now.
since you were an art aficionado, can I push you?
Yeah.
Can I push you to tell us who you might be voting for Artist of the Year in the
Um,
Hellies?
well, okay, I'm kind of out of the loop on that, so I need to check who's nominated.
Well,
But
that's fair.
generally, Dionysus has always been like pretty good.
Yeah, that's Caddy.
Wizard,
Caddy's
Caddy,
pretty. Yeah.
Caddy, Dio, Korn is also obviously like
Corn
Korn
is
is
also
generally my favorite artist in NHC.
Corn's pretty
I have
awesome.
no bias whatsoever towards
Uh-huh.
Korn, but
Yeah,
they're the
uh-huh.
best.
Sure. That regional bias. I see.
But yeah, no, there's lots of good artists, and I think I'll decide on who I vote for when the time to vote comes,
I
and
cannot
then I'll
wait.
check like who's nominated and their work.
Oof, I'm excited. Okay, your next question is who is your best friend here? And if you don't say me and only me, I will ban you.
I mean, obviously, Fire
Thank you.
is
Listen,
my best friend,
great. Period point blank. That's what it is. Um and
but also,
what?
but like on
What?
second place, very
Oh,
far
okay.
off from
Okay.
Fire,
Got it.
are people like Korn and Devon, you know. And I mean, and I haven't talked much lately, but I'd still say that we're like friends in some
Yes.
universe.
Yes. I'm sure you are friends. Caddy's also dealing with a lot of shit. She's very busy.
Oh
We need
yeah.
to get her out of Kentucky is all we're saying. Um we have to that's my goal. Next question is do I look pretty today?
Of course, you always look pretty, but today you are stunning.
God. Best guest ever. Let's talk about the cryptids. Is there any way to stop them?
No, and honestly, if you want to get your ass eaten good, you shouldn't try to stop
That's
them.
There we go. Well, you took the words right out of my mouth or my ass, whatever. Um, let's get to my favorite part of the interview, the absolute favorite part of the interview, the Hellies.
Hmm.
You are nominated currently for 10 Hellies. Wait, is it 10?
Oh
Yeah, it is 10
wow. I
Hellies.
think
Yeah.
I 10? Oh my God.
Yes.
I did not anticipate that. I was like 5 maybe. Mm.
Nope. You're
Yeah.
nominated for 10. You are nominated currently for Master Debater, Best Dish
Hmm.
for your lemon cake, Foodie Queen, Awesome Activist, Screen Queen, Weebiest Weeb, Best Comedic Screenshot, Best Scenic Screenshot. I think you're the only one. Is this true?
Could be,
I
honestly.
think
I mean, I haven't seen anybody
No, I was saying
post like a.
you're the only member currently who is nominated for both comedic and scenic
Oh,
screenshot. You're the
oh, okay,
only
because I'm an icon.
you're an icon. So
Okay.
both so you got one comedic screenshot from near Automata or Automata, however you say it,
Mhm.
and then one scenic one from, of course, Destiny 2.
Yes.
Um,
Although I do have to say thank you for Bungie for making their game pretty.
yeah, it is a pretty game. It is a pretty game. That is true. You're also nominated recently for Gamiest Gamer and finally Most Improved Member. Which
Hmm.
one do you think you're going to win? You tell us right now, Lobsy. What do you think you're going to win?
Honestly, I'm most improved member and gamiest gamer are kind of I'd say that's a reach that I'll win those. I mean, I get that I am nominated, but I don't think I'll win them.
They're tough
But
categories. Tough
what
categories.
most likely to win, I'm kind of planning to up my cooking game, or like my baking game, and of course maybe post more of my cooking. So I think I could win Foodie Queen and Best Dish.
I think you could.
And maybe I'll get another sexy screenshots and
Here's the
cash
thing.
and
Yes.
cash that shit in.
Yes. The other thing, like, I think Screenshot is one of the most underrated easy hellies to get because not a lot of people do them, not a lot of people nominate them, and also if you get a really, really, really good one, It's awesome. The Maddie
gold.
who won comedic screenshot last year posted maybe a few times and won off of one screenshot. Maddie never interacts with this community, but won best comedic screenshot by a mile. Like 40 people not voted for her. It was amazing.
Nice, good for her.
So
Good
it
for
can
her.
happen. It can happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I might run a, if I really want to try, I could maybe run another D&D one shot in my vacation time. So and go for the best one shot or something.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
But we'll see how I'm doing in like 2 months.
We'll see.
When the holidays hit.
Oh, that's right. Make sure y'all vote for Lobsy. Lobsy deserves a win. Give it to her. Wow, that's probably the quickest Heli section. I'm trying to think of any other Heli questions. Do you have any Heli predictions or anything?
I not right now. I haven't been here a lot lately. I do gotta
You in
say,
school.
like check in. Yeah, it's cool though. So honestly, I think Nolan should win something.
Okay.
He's
won
to
enough.
keep it safe.
he's the second. He's tied for second most Heli wins of all time. So I think he's fine. I think he'll be fine getting Helis. My gosh.
I mean, also obviously, I think the fire should win stuff.
Thank you.
Not as much as me.
Wow. Okay, that's fair.
But we'll see how it looks in 6 months.
We'll see. Oh my gosh, we're 6 months away from the Helis. I can't believe it. And that means we are 5 months away from voting. So
and there's so much that can still happen. Like, oh my god. Think of the possibilities.
It's gonna be crazy. Also, we need you to present. You got to present some Helis.
Oh yeah, of course.
Sorry, chewing ice. Hang on 1 second. I'm not doing an ASMR moment. Okay, wow, that is the quickest Heli section we've ever had. But there we go. Vote for Lobsy. What are your? I mean, you kind of already said it. What are your goals for this year in New Hell City? You're going to post more food.
Exactly, and I might post some art, but most of what I'm doing right now is like for uni because they're really pushing us with the art practice stuff. So I might post some of that and see how people do with the abstract scribbling, or maybe like some isometric sketches. Okay, well, just like sketches of like furniture or something.
Interesting.
Because that's what I've been doing.
I would love to see it.
And I've got some 3D digital sculpting coming up, so might share that because that could look sick as fuck.
Yes, we actually do. I don't think no one else does 3D sculpture here, as far as I know. So yeah, I mean, listen, corner that market.
Snatch that market up.
Okay, so now, go ahead.
But yeah, I just like to more frequently check in on the server, like parts that aren't the gamer section, and just participate a little. I might honestly end up posting in Threads of Fate again because right now, as like things are loosening up, I'm going out in sick outfits more.
Yes.
So I might post some of those.
Yes, show off your outfits, please.
Favorite moment.
Yes, so now we're at the fan question portion of the interview. So Taka asks, what is your favorite moment from New Hell City?
It was probably like last year's Heli's celebration. That was a really moment to like just be chill with everyone in a voice chat and talk and have fun.
All 4.5 hours of it. That was a lot of fun. That's a really long ceremony. Yes, the last year's Heli's was 4.5 hours, so you guys have a lot to look forward to.
Wild. Honestly, you might have to split it up into like two.
I know, like two ceremonies. Well, the only reason it was so long last year was because I didn't think to be prepared to post the nominees ahead of time. And I was doing it during the ceremony, which I was like, huh. And Ara was like, it makes a lot more sense just to have this already ready. And I'm like, you know what? As I am doing this right now, I now see the error of my ways. Hindsight being
Yeah,
2020. So yeah, that's why. Well,
given
yeah, mostly.
yeah, I mean, you might not have to post like the nominations here in NHC. I mean, there's some like websites and programs that you can use to present stuff that might be
That
suited.
might be better.
Might
Yeah, I
we
might actually
think
consider that.
about that when we get to that?
Yeah, yeah. Oof. Oof.
I mean, I can recommend some stuff we use in uni, but I'll have to get out the names for that stuff because I
Absolutely.
don't write it down.
I can't wait for the Helis.
Anyways.
Shy asks, what is the funniest thing you've seen here so far?
Honestly, I think Devin's dedication to being a goose and role-playing gratuitous violence is kind of hilarious.
He is committed to
I,
the, and it's so funny because I remember him like the time he started the goose bit was like around the time of Untitled Goose Game, and
exactly.
and he just kind of like did it one day and then he never stopped, and I was like, wow, there are people who do not know Devin as not the goose, which is wild to me because I've known Devin
Yeah.
for this is 2021. I've known Devin for like at least 5 or 6 years, 7 years maybe. And so I've known Devin for so much more before this goose time, and it's like this is so wild to me.
Honestly, I think it's gonna be jarring if Devin ever drops the
See,
goose act.
see, now people just call him Goose. It's so crazy to me. Okay. Anyway, Taka asks, "Where did your name come from?" Lobsy, or as I used to
Mine,
know you, Lady Lobster.
yeah. So, my mother and me, we used to travel to Tenerife
I know the
every
story.
year in the spring with like friends. We'd rent a house and we'd stay there for like a week. So was it? I think it was like either 2018 or 2019. Maybe I think it was 2018. Let's say 18.
Sure.
And we arrived there in our plane on like our first day, and it was like early afternoon, and our friends who we were renting the house with were chilling on the beach because they had like arrived a day earlier, and we were like, okay, let's just drive to the beach with them. And I was I arrived on that beach. I took off my clothes, and it was in my bikini, of course, and I laid down on one of those beach beds, and then I fell asleep. And when I woke up and we were going to the house in the evening, I had a fat sunburn on my legs. And around that time, I was looking for like a new Discord name because my old one was kind of not that good. Or I was like,
What
it was
was
it was
it?
like the first
What was
it was
it?
the it was the first Discord nickname I'd ever made, and I made it like in ninth grade. And it was Deity of Fallen Birds because over my life I
Wow,
have picked up some hurt birds
that
and
is
either
so
nursed,
angsty.
yeah, and either nursed them back to health or watched them die. Uh,
I
um,
I picture that
so
be
like
happening while Evanescence is playing in the background.
kind of. I mean, it's not like that edgy or anything, but I was just like, haha, I want to be. I have a god complex now. I'm a teenager. I have a god complex. I'm the deity of birds that got hurt.
I love it.
Exactly, 1,000 years. Yeah, but no, I was laying on that rented bed with my legs slathered in like some spray to stop the pain or to like make the skin better.
Mhm.
And I was like, my legs are kind of red like a lobster right now. And then
Mhm.
and it kind of clicked in my head like Lady Lobster because I like it when words start with the same letter.
Yes, yeah,
And ever
alliteration is
since then,
good.
yeah, exactly. And ever since then, it's just been Lady Lobster. But lately, I've just been like, I noticed that I can just go by Lobster. And
Hmm.
I'm just rolling with that right now. And
I'm.
obviously, like using it on Discord for many years has netted me like multiple nicknames like Lobsy, Lob, and stuff.
I will say, Lobsy is such a. I don't know. I can't describe it, but there are certain names here that are very iconic, and
Yeah, yeah.
Lobsy sticks so well. There's certain. I mean, sorry, this is the last piece I'm going to chew. Hang on, I'm sexually frustrated.
No, no, it's very recognizable.
Yeah.
So I think it's
Um.
it's it's uncommon. I don't think anybody Well,
Nobody. Yeah,
okay,
I
of
love it
course
because no one
somebody
else
else
has
could
it.
come up with it. But yeah, nobody
Yes,
else has it.
no one else has it. It's also like I can't describe it. It's sort of like this is gonna be very inflated, and you're going to feel weird about this, but it's sort of like Madonna. Like it so fits that person. And like Lobsy is just like so like there's certain people in the server who like switch usernames all the time, and it sort of like doesn't it kind of fits or doesn't fit, or like there are people who like will have other usernames and I will just call them by their old username because it's just like it just suits them a little bit better. But Lobsy so perfectly suits you, and it just like
Thank
I don't know.
you.
It's
Thank
hard. I
you.
just can't describe it. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
Lobsy,
no.
Caddy, like Nalam. Like these are people who they like if they change their name, it just like and Caddy often does. And I'm just like okay, Caddy, but like it
Yeah,
just
exactly. Still Caddy.
yeah.
I'm glad Nolan never changes his name because
And he
that's
never
just who he
will.
is.
He
He is
never will.
Nolan.
He's so consistent, and I love him. It's one of my favorite things about Nalam. He is so consistent. He's so consistent. I love consistency. It makes me so happy. Um,
Exactly. Consistency is key
Consistency is so
if you
key,
want to be a
especially in branding, and it like
exactly.
there's one user, and he knows what's his name, freaking Hydrate dude. He's changed his name every 6 months, and he does it. He makes a big stink about it, and I'm like, no, you can't. No one's ever gonna recognize you if you keep changing your name. Anyway, um, next question. Taka asks, what do you think of Fire? Like your opinion on him. Come through.
Honestly, I mean, people like to rag on you a lot, but I'm
A
sure like
lot.
everybody still likes you.
They don't
But
know
no,
how.
I do genuinely do like you, and I think you're trying your best with the server. We may not always agree on stuff, but I think the way you run the server is right for it because I mean, obviously it's gotten you very far.
Not
Yeah, no,
trying your best. I live for trying your best.
I think you're a cool dude.
Thank you.
And of course, an icon and my employer who pays me 6 figures a year.
There you go. And that's what's really important here in this answer.
Yeah, but no, like the thing is, anybody can bully fire, but appreciating fire, who can do that? Me, that's who.
There you go. That's it. Thank you for that. Veteran asks a very silly question for you. Metal Gear Solid or Destiny 2?
Hmm, I mean, that's the hard
Is it
one.
hard? Is
But
it hard, Lobsy? Are you having a hard time with that one?
well,
Let's see.
well,
One
because
game. Let's see. One game Lobsy's been playing obsessively every day, and another game I'm not sure Lobsy's ever played ever. So I wonder
I
which one
exactly
it
that's the
is.
thing. Like, for Metal Gear, I'm gonna have to get like devices and shit. Never like getting devices.
No,
No, but also I think Metal Gear doesn't have. It has some problems, but it's like Metal Gear. It's a story about war criminals, and it's silly and ridiculous and fun, and it has Revolver Ocelot.
now
I mean,
veteran. If
well, hold up. Destiny does not have Revolver Ocelot, but it's still hugely fun, and it has fun characters. The aesthetic is banging, which I gotta say I'm not. I get Metal Gear's aesthetic, but it's just not as banging as Destiny, and that's that.
veteran, if we had retroactively went back and asked Nalam the same question, he would have had the exact opposite answer, which is very funny about our two guests because Lobsy loves Destiny 2 and Nalam loves Metal Gear Solid.
I
So
mean, I,
interesting.
I do love Metal Gear Solid, and I really hope to play some of it sometime. And I think Solid Snake is the coolest.
He's pretty
And
cool.
like Otacon and others in that franchise. And like I really appreciate Hideo Kojima and what he does for video games, but he's also like I don't think he can write a woman very well. So like
He's not great about, but it also makes sense based on the kind of movies he likes. I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
when I follow his Twitter and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, that's why you write women like that because you follow poor yeah. Anyway, um, yeah,
I mean, yeah, and like it's like how in Naruto, where the guy writes like the relationships of women and their partners so weird, or he doesn't write a women in a way where it makes like sense for them to have like romantic interests, so it just ends up being that it's like gay. It's like, you know, how Metal Gear. I think Metal Gear is pretty gay. Not intentionally, just because the women are written not that well. And
Yeah,
the men are written deep, touching relationships and Revolver
it's
Ocelot. He gets
it's
me every time.
it's a lot. Taka asks, if NHC became a movie, what would its title be?
Wait, if what became a movie?
If New Hell City became a movie, which that would be a very meandering plot, what would its title be?
Okay. I mean, I think New Hell City is already a pretty strong title. I think you could. I think it has like a good ring to it.
Yeah, I think that's just right.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna stay with New Hell City.
Yeah,
Like
I agree with that. I agree with that.
it it, it, it brings up questions. It's like, what's Old Hell City? Why is there a city? Why is it in hell? Is it in hell?
There you go.
You know, I'd want to watch a movie that's called that.
These are the questions we need to be asking. Okay, I think that are the fan questions. Unless Taka's about to say one more. I think there we go. Taka said yes. Okay. Oh, you're going to? Okay, Taka. We'll give you the final question.
Yeah.
Because
That fucking Revolver Ocelot just keeps playing.
I know, I'm very transfixed by Revolver Ocelot jiggling his revolvers.
Jiggling his. Why do you like Revolver Ocelot? Oh, I like, listen. The man is ridiculous. He can't cook. He pulls off like not centuries, but decades of military espionage, of betraying people, like going above and beyond for a guy who eats like uncooked roaches. Which okay, no. And like look at him. He spins his guns. He's a funky fella. I mean, listen, Big Boss has eaten it all.
Taka asks, how would you describe New Hell City in one word?
I mean, I'm gonna say fabulous. Something like that.
I'll
Fabulous.
take that. I'll take fabulous.
Okay. I challenged myself to not take hell.
Hell. It is hell. It is hell. Sometimes it is. So now we're going to get into the next portion of the interview, which is called Rapid Fire. Do you get it? It's because my name's Fire.
Yeah.
I honestly, like, my mind, I can't even believe it sometimes. Like, sometimes I say things and I'm like, wow, I came up with that. Brilliance. It's like, Darwin who? Fire Demon. So this is first thing that comes to your mind. Whatever you got, just pop it in. That's what I said before I got pregnant that one time.
Jesus.
Ready? What are you terrible at?
Yeah. Oh God! Nothing.
Whoa! We've never had someone say nothing before. Okay, all right.
I mean, I don't have something prepared for that. You know?
I accept that. I accept nothing.
I think I can be good at everything if I try.
Well, that's the next question. What are you amazing at?
Being myself, being fun. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good at that.
Okay. Do I look pretty today?
You've already asked that, but yes. And I think you've glowed up a little since then.
Everyone says you've already asked that. Sometimes you need to hear it twice. Okay, it's written in the questions twice. All right. I don't write these questions. I do, but I don't. I don't know. Name something you would set on fire.
Paper. You know, I have some papers I'd like to set on fire.
Okay, that's very simple. Very simple, classic answer. Paper. Okay. You have to pack up your stuff today and go live with someone from New Hell City. Who is it? Just you and this one Hellion.
Caddy.
Yeah.
I think we do good together.
Caddy has been the most. I think Caddy's been the most answered name for that question, which is interesting. What is your favorite word?
That's a hard one.
I know.
God damn it! I'm supposed to answer this quickly, but I can't right now. I'm just gonna go with lobster because
There we
it's a
go.
good word. Yeah.
Classic. What is your least favorite word?
Ugh, probably something like bamboozled. I used to really like the word bamboozled, but now I don't anymore.
Interesting. Okay. What noise or sound do you love?
Piano.
What noise or sound do you hate?
Um, when tires explode, it makes like that really
Ooh.
big noise, and we hear it in this valley. It happens occasionally, and you hear it every time.
Hmm. It's
Not a fan of that.
it's worse when you're near it. It's yeah, it's not
Yeah.
great. It's really not great. That's actually probably I never I love how I say rapid fire and then I stop to talk about it. I love this answer. I loved your answer. I also loved was it Taka's answer about maybe it was oh no it was Nalam. Nalam said when you someone drags a rake across sleeves. I hate that sound too. And I
Yeah,
was like, oh,
yeah.
those are two. Yours and Noam's answers are very specific that I'm like, oh, I really hate those sounds. I hate the sound of anything a rake does. I also hate, but car sounds and rake sounds, I hate those. What is your favorite curse word?
Wichser. It's a German word
What?
for wanker.
Ooh, we've never had a foreign curse word. I love it, or a
Yeah,
non-English
no,
curse word. I love it.
I've been discovering rediscovering German curse words lately, and honestly, Wichser is good. It's straight to the point. It's, you've got someone if you say that.
Oh, I love that. All right, I'm going to sneak in this fan question since Shy didn't get the memo. They were done with fan questions. But Shy said, Shy asked, "How do you deal with people that pick a fight with you online?"
In games, I haven't really like fought with anybody, but blocking people is pretty useful.
Block,
Like,
block,
don't
block.
do not be afraid to block somebody. Like the only honestly, like in Destiny 2, the only aggression so far I faced is somebody being like, "Hey, are you female?" And
Boy.
me being like, haha, no, I just pretend to be for Sims. And then they got angry at me, and I was like, okay, blocked. But yeah, generally, and in something like New Hell City, where it's maybe not the best action to, just like block everybody who you don't completely agree with. It's just, let live and let live. Something I have had to learn to. I'm gonna say I've not always been the best at like handling confrontation good, but yeah, you learn to do that as you mature. And yeah, don't like on generally on the internet, on Twitter, on Tumblr, anywhere, do not be afraid to block people.
Block, block,
They
block.
doesn't even need to be something bad. It's just you can be like, hey, they're kind of annoying. I'm gonna block them. You'll
Listen,
probably be better off for it.
I have more people blocked in my Discord DMs than I have friended in my Discord DMs, so it happens.
Yeah.
All
I mean,
right.
not for me. I haven't met that many bad people, but I have some people blocked.
It's just a lot like my DMs are just filled with a lot of like, hey man, you have a popular server. Can you maybe like
Ooh,
do this for me? And
ooh,
I'm like, I don't know you.
hate to
Um,
see that.
yeah, it happens weekly. Um, what is a profession other than your own that you would like to attempt? And we'll go with the profession that you are aiming to go to because I know
Yeah,
you're
which is landscape architecture.
yeah.
But okay, punk singer is not a profession because I think honestly stripper. Like I wanna get into
Interesting.
pole dancing at some point, and like being a stripper, I think would be a good job for me. I mean, I might have to get a boob job or something, but
I
nothing a little money can't handle.
really I think you would do well. I think you would do well in a lesbian strip club. I don't think
Oh
you would
my
have a.
God,
I don't
honestly,
think you'd
yes.
have a good time in a heterosexual strip
Yeah,
club.
maybe not. I'd have to be in like a well, gay bar, in like a queer strip
Yeah,
club.
some sort of queer space. Yeah. What
Or like
profession?
getting into something like burlesque where you get like
That's
funky
different.
ass
Yeah,
outfits and you
that's
have the
true.
whole demeanor and stuff,
That I think
like the
that I think you
presence.
would do well at. Yeah. because that burlesque is a very different clientele.
Yeah, exactly.
What profession would you not like to attempt?
Um, Honestly, I think something like a software designer, software engineer, something in that direction, because I've seen how it can burn people out and how yeah, I don't think that field is like very healthy to work in, even if you get like a lot of money. And yeah, but no, I don't think it's physically or psychologically healthy the way it is right now. And also, I'm not that good at coding.
Interesting. Yeah. Huh.
Also,
Everyone
like
says
if you work with technology too much, then you just like become aware of how fucked everything is. And I think that makes you a very unhappy person,
that's so
like
interesting.
insecurity.
I that's actually the one question in rapid fire that I have never been able to guess what you all are going to say. I keep thinking you guys are going to say one thing, you guys say something completely different. No one's ever said an answer that I expected, which is so
I mean,
fascinating
because
to me.
everybody has like personal
It's
memories
true,
and stuff.
but no one says what it's interesting is no one says politics, which I find fascinating, and no one
Honestly, I
says
might go into politics at some point.
there you go. No one says anything because mine is well you're gonna know you are gonna know when I do my interview, but like well I'll tell you guys when I do my interview, but mine's
Yeah.
in waste management. I don't want to do anything to do with trash, to be honest.
hmm Yeah, no, completely valid.
But anyway, this isn't about me, this is about you, Lobsy. Your final question: when you get to hell, what would you like Satan to say to you when you arrive at the fiery gates?
Hi, bestie.
That's it. That's it. Hi, bestie. So now the next part of our interview is where you turn the tables and you get in the driver's seat with a live
Ooh.
Ask NHC. Woo! So,
Oh, you cut out for a second, but I think I'm still getting everything.
it's you're gonna do a live NHC.
Okay, yeah, good,
Yes.
good.
So we have three questions for you. I'm going to give you a little, I'm going to tell you a little bit about each question. You get to choose which question. I'll read it out to you, and then you will give your advice, as you are so good at doing. This is actually a great guest for this because
Oh,
Lobsy is
oh,
known
this
to
is
give.
the advice segment. Okay,
Yes,
okay, cool.
Lobsy is known to give very excellent advice. So
Thank you.
we have three people who desperately need our help because honestly, we live our lives with such fabulosity that like these underlings just need to know they want to be like us. So here we go. We have one woman who's recently lost weight and it's changed her position in the dating world in ways that make her uncomfortable. We have a gentleman who is having issues keeping his eyes to himself at the gym. And he's trying to figure out how to stop doing that. And a third question of a person, I believe this is a female identifying person, who is dealing with an ex who desperately wants to be friends.
Ooh, okay.
Which one do you think you'd be able to
I'm.
help out with the most?
I don't think the middle one is something I can help out with most since I've never been to the gym, sadly. Um, Maybe the first one, because I mean I've always been skinny, but I know a bit about like body issues.
The weight loss. Okay. Alrighty, ready. Um, so they start. Dear NHC, I used to weigh in the mid 200 pounds and it destroyed my confidence, but I lived with that weight for years. I was a heavy kid and I was pretty much a heavy adult. One of the big reasons that I wanted to start dating, which I know sounds dumb or shallow, but I felt ready. One of the big reasons was that I wanted to start dating for losing the weight, I suppose. Which I know sounds dumb or shallow, but I felt ready to have a partner, so I wanted to give myself a chance. I joined Tinder at my old weight and was barely getting any matches, so now I'm 26, and at the start of the pandemic, I decided to do something about it. I am now down to 140 pounds, which is fucking sane. She went from the
Okay,
mid
let me.
200s to 140 pounds. Oh, you're right. You're not
Yeah,
American.
yeah,
Um,
I'm gonna switch
okay.
it over. Hold up. 140. Okay, yeah, I weigh around that. Okay, yeah.
I mean, that's an almost frightening amount of weight to lose. Um, I'm now down to about 140 pounds, and it's changed my life in every way imaginable. Men who never would have looked once at me are now breaking their necks to look at me. I've had guys cross the street to come talk to me. It's really flattering and sometimes overwhelming. I'm not going to lie. I like the attention, but I can't help but feel a little weird. The craziest part was that there was this guy who I matched with and I tried to start a conversation with him, I guess, back at the old weight. He didn't respond, and the next day he unmatched me. Now that I have new pics, we matched again, and he's talking to me. I don't know how to feel about this. He seems like a nice guy despite the unmatching. Should I go out with him? Signed, different woman?
Okay, yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I suspected something a little bit like this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing about growing up ugly. Or like growing up not being conventionally attractive or something,
Mm-hmm.
is that you don't get a lot of romantic attention.
Yeah.
And like I think I can relate to that. I've never had a relationship yet. I mean, I'd like to change that, but it's kind of difficult right now.
Yeah.
And enough talking about myself, but yeah, it's really like you don't get the attention that you want if you don't look a certain type of way. That is how I have experienced it. And it can go to the point where you feel a bit flattered if you get catcalled even.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think, I mean, I don't know. I think some women might relate to that, and I've talked about that with another queer person lately. But that's kind of beside the question. And I see how different women feels weird about these men being like very much judging her by her body weight, like by her weight, and how that affects how they treat her. Which is, obviously we live in a fat-phobic society where fat people are oftentimes treated worse.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. True.
And I think at this there's nothing that she can like directly change about that. Like going to these men and saying, "Hey, you would have never treated me that way if I was fat," and like, yeah, exactly, fuck society. But it's honestly like sad as it is, it's not gonna get her anywhere confronting the men about that.
Yeah.
So I think she's gonna do best if she just earnestly tries to find somebody based off like interests and chemistry. And of course, like somebody might be attracted to you based on your looks, but like real love and stuff only starts when you get to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
So of course it's nice to receive attention, but that attention has to last, and you have to like find a connection with somebody. So um I mean, I don't know if that really solves her problem.
Well, she wants to.
But
Should she go out with this guy?
should she go out with the guy who unmatched her when she was fat?
Yeah.
Honestly, if the conversation is going well, yes, I'd say try it. And then in the conversation, like, I think you'll see how how the guy speaks about other women, maybe.
Yeah.
I think the way men or even women and people of non-men genders, the way they talk about like women or a certain group tells a lot about them. So if it seems like he's a piece of shit, drop him, queen.
Yeah. I agree with all of
Yeah,
this.
you're not gonna be able to make a final decision if you don't speak to him anymore. But also, if while you're talking to this guy, you keep on thinking about this stuff, and it's just not something that you can like forget because it really did affect you that much, then also don't be afraid to just like drop it.
Yeah.
You can afford to ghost someone.
Yeah. I would say I would add to that. So here's the thing about like losing a lot of weight is that the thing that they always say about people who lose weight is that like you don't, no matter what your exterior is, if you don't work on your interior, it's not going to matter. So no matter how like banging you look or how attractive you are to other men, if you still don't love yourself, if you still don't like yourself, you're still going to have these same issues no matter what size you are.
Yes.
So I mean the other thing, so I mean work on building your self-confidence, but one of the great things is that you kind of have a great power right now because it's such a unique opportunity for the tables to turn. So I actually say accept a date from this guy, and then if he is terrible, which there's a chance he might be, then you get to unfriend him. Then you get to unmatch
Yeah.
him. Which is like, how great is that you get that opportunity to be like, yeah, I don't really like your personality, so I'm gonna go. You know what I mean? And it's like it's this great poetic justice of like, oh, he didn't like you. We don't know the answer. We don't know that he truly didn't like her because of her size, but like,
Yeah.
if that is the case, and you get that nice poetic justice, which is cool. But it's also like basically what Lobsy said about like personality and content of character is going to keep someone in a relationship. So it's like you're never going to get past the fact that someone finds you attractive for your exterior. That's just what it is. It's a part of dating. It's just where we're at.
Exactly.
So I
Exactly.
mean, like, you're never going to be able to like hold a knife up to every partner stack and be like, what would you have felt about me if I was over 200 pounds? Like, that's never going to work. And
And it's not gonna make you happy.
no, it's not going to make you happy. And no one is ever going to genuinely be like, even if they do mean it, no one is going to be able to say like, oh, I would have loved you no matter what, and you would have been able to hear it. There's no way you would have, because
Yeah,
if
and
you're
it
asking
might
those
not even
questions,
feel genuine
exactly,
if
yeah,
you hear somebody say it.
yeah, because if you're asking those questions, that means you already don't love yourself the way you exactly should. So I think you need to reconcile with your weight loss. I think you need to to get in a good relationship with yourself about your weight loss, and recognize that your personality is what is most key and golden in dating situations, and then just find people based on their personality and who love you for your personality, and that's what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It is. You lost the weight. You look great. You can't get around it. So, I mean, but
Yeah.
don't get too attached to the way that you look. Is all I'm going to say. I think it can be very intoxicating to be very attached to the way that you look and also the response that you're getting. But don't let that measure your self-worth. Don't measure your self-worth based on how many guys are crossing the street to come look at you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, honestly, what I've learned about body positivity is the healthiest way to go about it is like body acceptance.
Yeah.
Like, you should accept your body for how it is. You don't have to exactly like it, but to long term be okay with it, and then find enjoyment in your body. You first have to accept it. And if your self-confidence and stuff is just built on being able to find yourself pretty, then there is gonna come a point where you don't find yourself pretty, and
Oh
it's
my
gonna mess
God, yeah.
with you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. And there will always be someone in your mind who's prettier, skinnier. It'll be all that stuff. All that stuff will stay there, and then
Yeah.
you compare, and then it's all gross. It's all gross. So yeah, get that self confidence up. Oh, Lobsy just went into bonfire. Good
Okay,
job,
so
Lobsy.
I misclicked. I mean,
Yeah.
we could get into like how in growing up in a patriarchal society, you really internalize like the male gaze and stuff
Oh
like that.
yeah. Oh yeah.
But that is a very long thingy, and I think
Yes.
everybody can make that out with themselves.
Yes.
How they
But I would
yeah.
just, I mean, to put a button on this, I would also just recognize that because you now have this power of quote unquote attractiveness, now you get to
Yeah, it's a privilege.
now you get to see you get a unique opportunity to see how do I say this? Oh well, how dumb men can be, and you get to now see you now get to judge people based on their personality the way that people judged you based on your weight, and that's a great privilege to have. So now
Yeah,
you get to use
exactly.
your powers for good and be like, oh yeah, I would go out with you, but you didn't treat that waiter very nicely, so no thanks. Yeah, you just get to be you get to have this awesome power and use it for good, and start telling guys when they suck. So
Yeah, have
congrats.
your hot girl summer. I mean, you've always been a hot girl,
Yes,
but
you have always been a hot
especially
girl.
hot the way you are right now.
We love. Well, I think we helped that person.
I
And
sure hope so.
Lobsy, I think we are now at the end of the interview. We're clocking in right at an hour. Good job.
Nice, damn.
Excellent. We love efficiency. Lobsy, you are phenomenal. You are unique. You are talented. You are amazing. She is the moment. She is everything. You are awesome.
Yeah.
You are such a fun part of this community. I enjoy you immensely. I
Thank you,
am
thank you.
so hoping that you win a heli this year. I know it doesn't matter. I know we're all like, it doesn't matter. It's not,
No,
doesn't make
that's the
sense.
thing. I just like caught myself when I posted a lot in the food channel. I caught myself thinking a lot about like, hey, I should photograph this meal. I should take a picture of this for NHC. And I was like, damn, bitch, are you okay? So I just reward-based society is not necessarily my thing, but I do see how it does it does bring kind of a little bit of joy.
That's all it's
The
about.
helis are so fun and as a motivation to like engage with the community, they work. Like
That's
let's
all it
just
is.
say I think they're a smart business
I
move.
know. It's my secret plan that I don't talk about, but yes, that is what it's about. It's really what it's about. It's about
So yeah,
community
and
and
I mean I
appreciating each
said
other.
before, I think the way you run the server is uh, good for it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I think the way you engage with the server is great. And but I will say, Lobsy, if you take Gamiest Gamer from me, I will fly so quickly back to Germany. I will put on my lederhosen and I will, I will, I will come through with a goddamn schnitzel and beat you in the leg with
Okay, Jesus. I mean, I
it.
guess
Actually, if
I'll
I hit you with a
grab you
schnitzel, I
by
don't
the.
think it's gonna be. I think you'll be fine.
I mean, I'm gonna have like crumbs and fat on my face or something, but
I said the
um,
leg. I'm hitting you in the leg
what? Oh, okay, in the leg.
because of the
Goddamn.
lobster. Because you're
Oh,
lobsters.
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, but no, I think I just take it from you and eat it because schnitzel is really good.
Schnitzel is really good.
Honestly, I'd probably be more offended that you'd be willing to waste a perfectly good schnitzel like that.
I mean, honestly, it's very hard for me to use food as a weapon because I love it so much. We're gonna get some schnitzel after this interview. That's what we're gonna do.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much,
Wait,
Lobsy.
you guys
What?
don't know what schnitzel? I mean, okay. I think it's, if you have like a piece of meat, it doesn't even have to be chicken cutlet, but you know how like chicken nuggets are meat and they have like a crust? Yeah, that's schnitzel, but the meat hasn't been like made to mush because chicken nuggets are made from like a chicken paste and not
Mm-hmm.
like straight up chicken pieces, which is
Mm-hmm.
kind of gross, but honestly, they're not bad.
That's very gross. They aren't bad. So for more schnitzel content, hit up Lobsy, or hit up the Gamer channel if you want to play Destiny 2 with Lobsy, which I guess I'll do that at one point. I'll try to play
Yeah,
with you.
we could do that
I have
sometime.
it somewhere, so we'll play. We'll play.
At least then I'll know that the person I'm playing with won't ask me if I am a female.
Yes, I will. I promise not to make disparaging comments about women over voice chat. Um, and thanks for joining us. And I'll see you guys next week when we hopefully we'll talk to Nick, probably Nick or Shy or Silver Luna Wolf, depending on who's available. Yay! Good morning, New House City with Lobsy. Good morning, New House City in
Good morning.
Germany.
Yeah.